Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be focusing on an important Python framework that is Chainlit. So guys, let's just spend some time in order to understand what is the agenda for today's lecture. So guys, today we'll be talking about Chainlit. Today we'll be talking about Chainlit. I'll be then telling you about the boilerplate code of Chainlit. And guys, once you have the boilerplate code of Chainlit and I explain you like how to get started, you can pretty much get started and build everything. And in the third part I'll be explaining you a demo project. So we'll be creating a RAG chatbot. In this RAG chatbot guys, we'll be using LangChain. We'll be using local ChromaDB, and it would be a HR chatbot. So it would be more of a chatbot that would help you communicate and get your HR policies. So yeah, that's pretty much it guys. Let's get started and let's talk about Chainlit a bit. So guys, as you know that generative AI is currently leading all sectors, and it doesn't seem to slow down at all, and it will not slow down because the nature of the technology is such that it emerges. Okay, it creates value. It is simple to start with, right? There is no barrier as such. So most of the organizations have chatbots. Okay, and guys, creating chatbots before 2019 was really difficult. I'll be very honest with you. There would be some sort of rule based system going on. It wasn't a lot of generative AI stuff, but now guys, the chatbots have matured a lot, specifically because of LLMs. So what does Chainlet help you achieve is that it helps you achieve chatbots. Okay, so it is in Python. So it is a Python package. Once you use it, you can build chatbots. So in simple terms guys, this is what it is. Okay, there's nothing magical about it. It's a framework that helps you create chatbots. So usually we create Streamlit apps. A lot of community creates apps on Streamlit, Gradio. These are the common front-end frameworks which few data scientists use in a lot of organization, because these are primarily in Python only. So you don't need explicit knowledge of, let's say, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this is the main business utility of such front-end frameworks. But guys, always remember, Chainlit is just for your conversational AI. It's for your conversational AI, and I would say they have done a good job in helping you understand how to just get quickly started on chatbot with minimal coding required. That's on the theory part of things. We'll move to the coding screen soon, but let me just give you one disclaimer. So guys, what happens is that Chainlit, okay, so I'll just wait. So guys, what happens is that in Chainlit, sometimes guys, it uses, not sometimes, it uses the async await module. So I have created a dedicated video on my YouTube channel for async. You can just please watch it. Essentially, async programming is the type of programming where your tasks can run in parallel. But my point is guys, that I wanted to explain you is that sometimes what happens is guys, that it becomes really little difficult to use a lot of high level wrappers as well, specifically if you are doing something that's very much, like, very much for your organization, right? That means it's very customized and you have a little difficult use case. Then guys, customizing such high level wrappers for your organizations is also a challenge. In a 70 to 80% cases it would work, but there might be 20% cases where it will not work, because guys there are few considerations specifically in terms of the design aspect of things, right? Usually once you use high level wrappers, specifically let's say Streamlit, Gradio or Chainlit, you would be you would have a design constraint, right? They say that you can add custom HTML, CSS and JS, but guys it's not that simple. So you need to be just a little aware about the practicality of these solutions as well. So but any day I think for a simple chatbot, an internal organizational chatbot, this is best, this is very good. No, I don't see any issues there. This is a good framework to get started with. So guys, let's just close the board now, and let's just move towards understanding things from an coding perspective, that how to get started and how to move ahead. So see guys, this is the Chainlit documentation that you need to have it open in front of you. So guys, all you need to do is I'll be giving you the GitHub link of this code in my description section. All you need to do is just have a look at the requirements.txt. okay, this is the requirements.txt, the file that I've created. Few libraries or most libraries would be unnecessary for you, but still you could just create one, you could just create something for you on these lines, but essentially you need Chainlit and some other libraries as well. But just copy paste this requirements.txt and do pip install -r requirements.txt after creating a virtual environment. I have shown this in a lot of my tutorials, so that's pretty much it. So let's get started. So guys, let me create a new file, that is app.py. So guys, now I'll be going to Chainlit website, and I'll be clicking on in pure Python. So this is the logic that they give. I'll be copying this and I'll be pasting it. So guys, this is the main boilerplate code that you need to know, and here is where your custom logic is going to come up with. Okay, so right now it is an echo bot. So what does an echo bot do is that it reiterates or sends the response back to user. So let's see how do we run it. So see guys, right now I'm in lecture directory, so I'll go in lecture, and then I'll write the command chainlit run app.py. So guys, this is how the chatbot is going to look like. So if you will, like, this is how the UI looks like. You can just say hi, it's gonna say hi. So guys, this is how the UI looks like. You can copy this response. Currently there is a feature to attach files as well, but I don't think that's used, that will be used in our lecture. But yeah, you are able to see how quickly you were able to create an interface by just copy pasting the boilerplate code. Now guys, that's pretty much it on the introduction of Chainlit. Now let's move to our main project that we'll be discussing. That's about the project that I have created, and slowly you will understand Chainlit also. And there is nothing magical guys. All you need to do is write your custom logic and put it into this string. That's it guys. Okay, and if you do this project with me, I think your concepts and everything would be very much clear. So let me just connect to the meeting link so that I can reshare my screen, so that I'll be able to explain you the project a little better. Sorry guys, sorry for the inconvenience, just allow me 30 to 45 seconds. Yes guys, let's just try to see that what we are going to build today. So guys, today we'll be creating a RAG based HR chatbot, and let me explain you that what we'll be doing today. So yeah, so what is there guys is we have a PDF, that contains company policy. Okay, and we need to create a chatbot that will help employees communicate with it. Okay, I think the business problem is very much clear with all of you. We don't need much time on this part. So what happens is guys, first of all we take a PDF. Okay, first of all we take a PDF, and then guys we chunk it into multiple pieces. Okay, so we create chunking, chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3, and chunk n. So what exactly is chunking? In simple terms guys, it is just the process of splitting your big document into multiple smaller documents, so that it could be easily stored into a vector database and you could just manage the token limits well. So guys, once you do it, what we do post chunking is that we create embeddings. Okay, embeddings. So see guys, usually whenever any embedding model you would use, it would have an input token limit, right? So in order to manage that as well, we distribute our document into smaller and smaller chunks. So what we are doing, we'll create embeddings. Now once we have the embeddings, what are embeddings is? Embeddings are just vector representation of the text. Okay guys, in my generative AI playlist as well as NLP playlist, you would find a lecture pointing out towards embeddings. If you want to see it, you can see it, but essentially it's just vector representation of text which has meaning, I would say guys. Meaning means that if you would have two vectors, let's say point 9 and point 8 and point 9 and point 7, and if you will like just try to map them out and plot these vectors, they would be on the similar lines of plot, right? They would be somewhere here. So that means that these two words are related to each other in simple terms. So guys, these vectors have meaning as well. So once we do embedding guys, we store the data into Chroma. So what is Chroma? Chroma is a vector database guys. It helps us store vectors. For the time being we are using in memory database. That will just help us store stuff in our local machine as well. And guys, what will then happen is that whenever a user will do a question, let's say user is coming and asking the question, so first of all that would be gone to here, and we'll have a retrieval that will fetch relevant results. Let's say based on cosine similarity, it will fetch the top 5 most relevant result, and then guys this and this would be fed to an LLM, and then an LLM will respond back. So guys, this is the basic vanilla RAG structure. And also guys, I am planning to create a very detailed playlist on RAG as well, since there's a lot of research going on in that field, and now a lot of work has been done by researchers. So I'll go with that as well. But guys, this is the basic workflow that we'll try to achieve, and we will do this with the help of, and we'll wrap everything inside a Chainlit chatbot. And guys, trust me, this is not difficult as all, but just stay with me over here. You would understand a lot of stuff. So guys, see, I'll just walk you through the code and how to get these type of things done. So guys, essentially firstly we are importing all the necessary modules that are required. Okay, mostly as I said that we'll be focusing on LangChain based modules, and we are importing Chainlit, and guys then we are importing .env or load.env. This just helps us manage our .env and API credentials and other credentials in a secure manner. So that's done. The next thing guys that I'm doing is setting up my Gemini Anthropic key and Gemini API key and Anthropic API key. So guys, I'll be using the embeddings models from Gemini, and I'll be using the LLM by Anthropic. If you don't have guys the Anthropic API key, because it's paid, so you can skip this step and just focus on getting the Gemini free API key and trying to build the entire project out of it. I think you would you know how to replace the LLM part, right? Only this module or this import will change, and you just need to change the LLM initialization, which I have done in the code. That will come later. So guys, mainly see, all you need to do is this: set up RAG chain. So guys, this is a simple RAG chain that I have shown multiple times in my YouTube channel, but let's go line by line. So what we are doing guys, we are loading a PyPDF loader. So guys, this will help me extract a text from the PDF. Okay, we are loading it. So we are loading the PDF file, And then guys, see what we are doing is we are trying to initialize our embeddings models, then we are trying to create chunking, and guys then we are trying to okay, then we are guys trying to just like split our documents, we are just trying to create a splitter, and then we are storing it into our vector database, and then we are creating a retriever that would retrieve the top 5 results. Then guys we are creating the LLM initialization, then guys we are setting up the prompt of what needs to be done in what manner, and then guys we are just trying to wrap everything up into this create uh, stuff documents chain which I have imported, and then guys we are just trying to return it. So guys this is not very difficult, but let's just spend 2-3 minutes to make you guys understand fully if some of you might have any issues. So see guys, you are loading and splitting the PDF. I think this part is very much clear, right? Because you must be dealing with CSV data and everything, so you know guys we need to load it, so we are using this thing. Then guys here I'm initializing the embeddings models, simple. Then guys we am creating a text splitter that is going to split my PDF into a format of 1000. So what will happen is 1000 words would be one chunk, and then from 1000 to 2000 there would be another chunk, but there would be an overlap of 200. That means let's say this was from 0 to 1000, then this would be from 800 to what guys think, 800 to 1800. Okay, like the characters. Okay, so that you could have a better context over here. So that's there. So we are creating the text splitter, and then guys we are just splitting the our documents. Okay, we are just splitting our document. Okay, then guys post splitting the document, as I said that we need to split our document so that it could get split into multiple chunks, and hence therefore the process of embeddings would start. So then guys what we are essentially creating, we are embedding each chunk into the Chroma database with the embeddings that we have created. So we are using Gemini embeddings over here. So guys I think this much is clear to you. Then guys we are creating a retriever. So what would a retriever do? See guys, what will happen is once you will query something, right, you need a retriever that will throw up the relevant results. So this would do that part. Okay, this would do that part wherein it would throw in the relevant results. Then guys we are setting up the then we are setting up the main LLM model. So if you don't have access to Anthropic model, just forget about it, just set up using the Google model. I think you can do it. Then guys I'm trying to just write some prompts, so just try to understand what I'm trying to write over here. So guys, use the following context to answer questions about the document. Makes sense. Consider the chat history to provide more contextual response. If you don't find any relevant information, say you don't know. So guys, this is basic prompt. It's just that the context, that is the retrieval, would come over here, and whatever is my chat history, it would be coming over here, because guys this is like, in order to make the conversation more smooth, we need chat history, right? Otherwise if we'll just send instant questions and we'll say hey can you answer it, it won't be able to retain history, and your conversational abilities would be limited. Then it would be more of a QA system. But yeah, we are trying to create a chatbot, so this is very important to have a history feature. And essentially guys, this was the system message and this is the human input, so this is okay. What is the question that user is asking? Okay, let's just try to break this prompt down. This is the guys a little important step which you will also design in most of the 99% of the cases. So guys, see what is context. Context means whatever my retriever is going to throw, what is the relevant document which matches my query based on, let's say, cosine similarity. Then guys, the next part is chat history. Okay, because guys, see, as I said, in order to have a better conversation you require this chat history feature as well, because the LLM would know that what is the past conversation going on. Then guys, the next thing is human input, that what is the current question that the user has thrown up to you. So based on it will reply to the current question based on two things. One is the retrieval, that means what is the retrieval that has come up from the vector DB in terms of relevant sources, and what is the history of the conversation that you're talking about. And then guys, we are not doing anything, we are just creating this stuff into a chain. So guys, we are chaining it. So chaining is an important process in LangChain where we wrap multiple features so that we could just like create a retrieval chain, retriever and document chain. So guys, this would be the thing that would give us relevant documents. That's it. So guys, I hope I was able to explain you this portion well. Let's just move to the next part of the code. So guys, see, you need to understand that this is the decorator with chainlet gives on underscore chat start. So whenever your chat will start, you would find a welcome message that welcome, I can help you find information from the document. So guys, this is a static code. This is not written by me. This is what Chainlit provides, that whenever the chat is going to start, this is sort of a welcome message. Okay. And guys, then comes the main part, that what we are trying to do over here. So see guys, CL on message, that means whenever a user will send a message, this decorator would be used, and this is the main decorator, guys. Most of the time you will be working in this code setting only. You will be just working on this decorator and trying to understand and get that stuff done only here, guys. As I said, that this is the main thing. So see guys, message is what the user is going to be typing. Then guys, as I said, I need a rag chain, so I'm just initializing the rag chain, because guys, I need to get that loading in rag chain. I just need to initialize it in this function, so that everything stays in this function only. Then guys, I'm trying to so here guys, there is one more concept, that is of user session. So see guys, whenever the user will come, I want one time initialization of the rag chain. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it. Then guys, this is the feature dot to underscore OpenAI that helps me get the history. So guys, this is what Chainlit does, that because of this feature I can track history easily. So it's a backend feature of Chainlit, so just try to remember this. And then guys, I need to invoke ragchain dot invoke, that is the input message dot content. So message dot content would give me the current question that user is asking. And then guys, history is the previous conversational history that is being maintained. And guys, then we are just trying to do this is await. So this would just send you the response. Okay, in meanwhile you can also uh, just try to understand this, that this is the main thing, that dot send, this would send the response back to the user. So see guys, I was able to explain this entire thing line by line. I'll quickly give you a complete walkthrough as well, that what we are doing, a quick revision of the code, so that if when you see such type of codes, you don't feel lost. Let me give you another recap. So see guys, until here I think you're trying to understand. Just try to remember that we are using Gemini embeddings model, and we are using Anthropic as our LLM. Okay, the next thing is guys, we are trying to load and split the PDF. So just try to understand guys, we need a PDF loader. Then we are just initializing our embeddings model that would convert the text into vectors. Then guys, we are splitting the text by simple recursive character text splitting. So guys, as I said, that 0 to 1000 would be one chunk, and you would have 800 to 1800 as another chunk, because guys, here we are having a chunk overlap of 200. Then guys, just try to understand that why are we doing it. See, we need to split our document into multiple chunks so that our embedding model can handle it well. And then guys, the next thing is splits, text splitter dot split documents. So essentially guys, we are just splitting the documents into multiple chunks, that's it. And then guys, we are just trying to create a vector store. That means we are trying to store all the embeddings into a vector DB. And then guys, we are creating a retriever that on runtime would give me the top 5 relevant documents. So guys, this is a hyperparameter, maybe 3 can work, 2 can work, but just try to test it out. Then guys, we are setting up a LLM. Right now I'm using Anthropic's Haiku model. So guys, there is no any fixed choice, use whatever your company has. I am using this because the cheapest and the fastest and the lightest model for Anthropic, and I have access to their I purchased API credit, so I just use that only. The next thing that you need to understand guys is that this prompting, this is very important guys. Only thing that is little tricky is this prompting. Just try to spend some time and understand this. See, what we are asking the LLM, that hey, this is the context, from where the context will come, it will come from the vector DB. Okay, then what is the chat history? As I said guys, you want your LLM or your chatbot to be having conversational ability like we humans have, right? As we say that we whenever we ask a follow up, it is based on the fact that we understand previous conversation, so that is there. And then guys, we have human input. That means what is the current question that the user has asked. Okay, The next thing is, guys, we are just wrapping everything into doc chain. So as I said, that chaining is an integral part of LangChain. It's simple, guys. We are just trying to combine two things. Like here we are combining LLM and prompt, and then we would just return this result, which is going to give us the necessary part of things, which would go into context, that hey, this is the context of the most similar stuff, this is the chat history, and input is this is the current user input, and based on that it would get started. And guys, this is simple. Okay, this code even you can skip, this is nothing, but it's just that once your chatbot, I'll show you, it will start, it will like give you this message, welcome, I can help you find information from the document, what would you like to know, this is okay. And then guys, that is there. And the other thing is that cl on message async if this is just the boilerplate code I showed you. And guys, we are just trying to uh, get that thing loaded up, that means this rag chain thing loaded up for the current user session. Then guys, chat history, as I said guys, we are using Chainlit, so this is their function, this is not my function, this helps you get the history guys. Then we are just passing the response, and then we are just sending the response. Okay guys, we are invoking the response, and LLM will have a response like, hey, this is what you need to answer, this is the context, this is the user history, and this is the current user question. And then the LLM, that is our haiku model from Anthropic, it would just help me get the answer. That's it guys. As I shown you that all, if you look at the boilerplate code, this is the boilerplate code, all we have done is this only. Rest we need to do all type of coding above it, and rest guys, you need to write your code in this piece which they have provided, and you can just send your response like this. Okay, all I have done is added one try except block, just to be a little careful on the error handling part of things. So guys, this was the code. Now let's just try to see the app and demo. So Chainlit run app class .py. So see guys, now I'm opening it. So see guys, welcome, how can I help you find information from this document, what would you like to know? So see guys, this was what I was talking about. So whenever the app will get started, it will run this. Okay, and this is static code guys, this is not my code. This type of decorator and this async, everything is, if you'll see, I'll tell you from where to get this thing. So let's go to Chainlit documentation, click on the starters, you will find this starters. Okay, so see guys, this is very simple. Okay, you don't need to worry about anything, this is what Chainlit has given you, I'm just using it. And if you require any other functionality, you can just go through their documentation, you could understand it. So guys, that's pretty much done. Now guys, let's just try to test our chatbot with one simple question. um, let's say, help me with the social media policy. So as I said guys, I have one HR document, none type has no attribute invoke. None type has no attribute invoke. Okay, so guys, there is some bug in the code. Let me see, demo app sync. Let's just try to move this back over here and see, will it work over here or there is some issue only. Okay guys, I understood what could be the issue. Actually, just see guys, I was working in my main directory and I have this document, right, company policy, which has all the HR policies. So like in that folder the path was wrong. Okay, so that was the error. Now let's just try to switch back to this thing. So let's just try to run Chainlit run app class.py. So guys, all type of bugs come, and you shouldn't be scared of them, it's okay. These type of things are very common in anywhere if you're working. So let's just see this. So it would get loaded, and yeah, let's just get started. So help me with the So see guys, this came in, whether I can help you. So on starter, help me with the social media policy. So guys, all these type of errors and everything, these come and go, but you should be just like, see, now we are able to retrieve the answer from the document. So this is what the document says. Let me just show you the document as well, so that you could have better understanding of the business use case. So this is guys some random document that I have picked from the internet. Okay, this is some Bharat Forge Kalyani company, and I have picked up their document. So my model is going to answer from this. Okay, so guys, this was a relatively easy problem statement, but guys, this is a very useful problem statement apart from it being easy or tough. Let me just conclude the lecture by giving you some high level conclusion points and a good revision of what we are doing. This will help you just understand everything. So guys, just try to understand that what we have done is we are using Chainlit. We are using Chainlit in order to just create chatbots. That's it. So guys, we had a document called company policy. We had a document called company policy PDF. The first thing we did is we created few chunks of it. Chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3, and so on. Then guys, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to just convert all these chunks into embeddings. So how are we doing it guys? We are using an embedding models from Gemini, and then guys, we are storing it into a vector DB called Chroma. That's in-house. That means we are storing it in memory only. There is cloud version as well of vector DBs, but for the time being I'm not using it in order to save on cost and complexity. The next thing is guys, once this is done, whenever a user is going to ask a question, my retrieval chain would get me the most relevant documents. Top K was 5 guys, so that is the thing, top 5 documents. And then guys, nothing else, it's just this question would also go to the LLM. And as I said guys, I need to have a section of chat history as well, wherein I have just added everything, like whatever is the past conversation, that as well. Based on these three things, the LLM will give a response. Okay guys, this is not a very difficult project, but good to get started with the functionalities and understanding of the Chainlit. So I'll be conducting more such master classes guys of various AI, Gen AI, data science and data analytics and data engineering topics. So just please subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a great day.